Hey guys, welcome back, and we're going to do a kind of an impression video here again, like we did for the Carinado arrow that just came out, for the Just Flight arrow. Looks like it released, and obviously it released. We're doing the stupid plane right now. Let's switch to showcase mode so we can move around with our friend, the controller. There we go. Seems a little fast for the drone speed. There we go. That's a little bit better. My initial impression, so first time I booted this up, so this isn't my very first impression. I still haven't flown it yet. But it was just after update 3 for the sim update. Oh, there's a person walking through the wing because, clipping, right? And I loaded it in. All my Microsoft Flight Simulator settings are reset because it seems to do that every time there's a stupid update. I don't understand why I have to go back in and reset all my graphical settings. And then I loaded the plane up here. We're at KLU, L-O-U, Lima, Oscar, Uniform, Bowman. It's one of our FBOs on FS Economy, Happy Bottom Riding Club group. And I loaded in and I was extremely disappointed. Like, everything was extremely blurry, super pixelated. And so I don't know what happened. I reset the game, and so this is my second time back in. It looks a lot better now. My initial impression, though, is that the Carinado plane actually looks better on the outside here. Still a little pixelated as far as the textures go. They're not bad looking. I mean, if you were to step out here, not be right up in its business, textures look good. A little bit of weathering. I like that across the seams of the panels there. You can actually see the glass on the strobe there. Unlike my recent video with the that Saberliner, where all the glass stuff on the outside, or the clear stuff on the outside, did not actually look like glass. I'm gonna give the nod to the Carinado in the exterior textures. These aren't bad. They're definitely better, I think, than any of the default Asobo stuff. It just uses the decals. Now, obviously, this is a baked-on texture. But I think the Carinado, on the exterior-wise, beats it just a little bit. Although that PBR is nice. Lighting that comes over the decal for the avgas. Would have been nice to maybe see a little bit of gas, a little bit of drip coming off that, considering it's kind of an old plane. Yeah, that fuel, like, you couldn't make out any of this before. I don't know what the problem was, but like I said, it took a reset and it's come back to where it's passable now. They're not bad, but I think, like I said, the Carinado one is a little bit better on the exterior. Well, everything looks modeled well. It just came out to, $44 US. If you had to purchase it before, which I had the P3D one, you get a 25% off the coupon, so hit me for $33. Which, with the coupon, we're talking about what? A couple dollars more than the Carinado one. Yeah, I guess maybe just based upon the screenshots, I was expecting a little bit crisper on the textures. Modeling looks good. I don't see any weird hard lines that are out of place. Overall, it's a good looking aircraft. I just think the Carinado one has maybe a little bit of a leg up on it. Static elements came on by default. Plane is, I believe, sitting here with the parking brake on. Unlike the Carinado one, which apparently I didn't have my parking brake on. I got chastised for it, is what it is. You know, it was a first impressions video. My mess up. Especially since Microsoft Flight Simulator, on my system at least, tends to default to the parking brake on when you just load in a plane. So it didn't really occur to me that maybe I needed to set that. No controls here, so maybe control lock in place based upon the interior. Let's take a look inside. Oh, that's right. Can't do it from the showcase camera. Go to a cockpit. There we go. I'm going to turn track IR off. Ooh, that is fast. Fast as all get out. Free look speed. There we go. That's a much better. Yeah, so like I said when I first booted in, this was fugly. Like, this is super pixelated. After the reset, it's now much, much better looking. I think from the pilot's area, which seems to be right about here, that, you know, it's... Do I not have my deal set? Oh, okay, we'll use this. It looks okay. I really like the effect, the plastic effect on that panel there. It looks really good. For the most part, everything's pretty sharp. Once again, maybe not quite as sharp as the Carinado one. But it also has, like I said, a little bit of texturing to it, which I like. Looks a little bit more believable versus that kind of standard Carinado look that we get with just about everything with that basic beige looking panel. All the breakers. Supposedly these breakers, yeah, you could pop the breakers out, so that's a big plus. Instrument panel. Is that lighting? Yeah, it's lighting. Fuel pump, alternator, stall warning, AC, air. Radio lights, transmit. Okay. Cabin here. EGT. That's nice. Ooh, look at the from the rudder pedals. I don't see any animation. Oh, maybe it's because it's got the parking brake on. So if I hit the brakes on my rudder pedals, I can kind of hear it, but I don't see any animation for it. Okay. Wonder if I go outside with the static elements gone. Nope, static elements are still there. I'm going to use the mouse here for some reason. My key bindings from my controller in the cockpit are not reset. Yeah, it's all pretty good looking. Not bad, not bad. Those seats look really good. This red upholstery. Yeah, I can dig the red upholstery. I used to have a 1990 Camaro IROC Z with a 350 in it, and it was black on the exterior with a red interior. Love that car. Maximum baggage 200 pounds. So if you're a fat boy, do not sit in the back seat there, or the back baggage area. Don't be hauling some people around. Radio looks good. Got the little tablet here, which is nice. Seems a little out of place for something so old, but is what it is, right? So, yokes, got both the yokes on. Equipment, tow bar, that's cool. Door opens. Baggage door. Oil door, that's a good little deal. Currently have it set for no weather because it's raining here in Kalu at the moment. Shocks, tie-downs, check outside. Yep, all gone. Okay. Auto fuel selector, we don't want that. GPS 1000. Ooh, 430, 530, 1000. So if we do the GPS 1000, wow, it's got the little old filler plate there. I do like how you can configure this. So if you just want to use the old, it's dirt 1000. I like the older looking radios. Those look good. Obviously. Do you lose COM 2? Or is that handled by the Garmin since that now says COM 1? We'll have to see. Transponder. There's no clickable spots on the gauges like you would see on the newer A2A stuff, like the Bonanza. ELT switch. Can I open this? Oh, that's cool. That's 2. That's nifty. Seatbelt. Just guess you can't do anything with that. What about the visor? Yep, visor up and down. Okay, well, let's reset the view here. Oh no, I did it. Fuck. Okay. We'll turn track hour back on, so we'll look around here. I hate how that throttle thing moves, the lever just moves so slow. Mixture. Do like how it's got that little cutoff. Just seems a little far back as far as view goes, and of course my track hour is being weird this morning. I think my receiver moved. Wait a second here, let me set this. There we go. Alright, so oil, recharge battery, warning, priming required. Okay. Can you turn this thing off? Oh, you can. Can you get rid of it? Because it's kind of in the way. Not that I would really use it, but maybe read the manual here. Now someone will say that, right? Read the manual, of course. All right. So let's just do what we'd normally do in just about any plane. Prop. Let's put the parking brake on. We'll click it. So that seems a little bit more representative of the actual yoke travel. Very close to 1-to-1. Yeah, okay. But once again, no animation on the toe brakes. I'm going to hide the yoke here. Fuel is currently set to off. I'm going to do an FSE flight here. Start flight, boom. So let's turn the batteries on. I'm using the honeycomb. And I just flipped the switches. You can hear the battery on and the alternator, the master switches, but the switches in the plane do not correlate with that, even though they're actually on. I can confirm this on my Class Echo little touchscreen that I have now set up. Hmm. Well, see, that turns out... So what am I turning on here with this? With this, the echo. Because now we got lights. But if I turn that and that, it doesn't show up. I don't know if that's a bug or not. That'll have to be something we look into. What's that switch? Electric pitch trim, push on or off, okay. Let's see if the fuel pump switch works. Negative. Let's see. What about lights? Been a while since I sat in an arrow. That's the beacon switch. Landing light switch. So none of these are mapped. It seems to the default bindings. So maybe that's something I'll have to read about in the manual. I don't see any lights. Oh, there's the beacon. Okay. Oh, it's got a person. Did you see that? That was cool. Okay, well, let's see if we can do a little startup here. It says priming needed. I don't see an old school primer, so we'll do fuel pump. Oh, we need to switch the fuel tank on. We'll go left. Where's the fuel pressure? Is there fuel flow? Fuel pressure right in the middle there. Okay. How about checklists? Does it have checklists? Don't think so. I'm not sure if this is a plane that needs a fuel pump to start or not. Oh, okay, so we get key does not work all the way. In fact, that's so that is on both on my honeycomb. It's on left. Glad I got the parking brake set there because I goofed and had the throttle all the way open. So is that? That's the avionics switch on the honeycomb. I think I read somewhere where that was tied to one of the breakers. How about pitot heat? Does the pitot heat switch work? See, it's weird because it shows up as working on the Class Echo, but it's not working in there. I'm going to turn that thing off. There's got to be a way for you just to get rid of that. Let's take a look outside. It sounds okay. Carinado definitely beats it in the sound department on that one. I do like it shakes a little bit, maybe a little too much. That's idle. Still, it is very cool to see the little shocks, though. The struts go up and down. Although that nose wheel looks like it's lifting off the ground just a little bit. Well, the landing light switch works. Well, taxi light switch. Is there a taxi? Nope. See, the strobes come on, but I do not see the nav lights. So that's landing light. Yeah, I don't know. Little details. Yeah, see, I just turned. Alright. If I pop that in and out, maybe that'll do something. No, it did not. There's no overhead. Alternate air. No. That's instrument lights. Oh. Is that? I'll pull the prop back just a little bit to get to this. Nav. Radio lights? Is that a... Oh, that's instrument lights. Okay. What if I pop that? Does that change the outside here? Negative. Well. I'm not gonna knock it too bad on that. Surely it's got to be something I'm doing wrong. I will knock it though for that lack of the switches being bound and actually moving. Like, that switch does not move. And you can see amps go up and down when I turn these things on and off. Okay. Well, this has the most basic autopilot in the world. Ooh. That's a funky line in the middle of the scenery. I won't take you for this full flex. It's like 100 miles where we're going. We'll do a takeoff, maybe a little bit of shooting around the outside, and then we'll do the approach into Albany, Holland Regional. Let's see. Let's do a run-up. Park brake. Imagine it's got to be somewhere 1,800, 2,000. Sure is bumpy. Full prop, full mixture. Oh, is that full mixture? Yep. Obviously, I can't use the key on the honeycomb. It's wrong, right. A little bit of RPM drop. Back to both. Left. And almost 100. Oil temps in the green, oil pressures in the green. Cycle the prop. Hey, look at that. Down RPMs. We're good there. Let's look at manifold pressure. Manifold pressure increases just a pinch. And then oil pressure should also... Takeoff checklist. Mixture set. Propeller set. Fasten seatbelt harness. Yep. Flap set. Let's do a notch of flaps. I really don't know what the flap settings are for an Aero. We'll set one. How about trim? Is this trim on the ceiling like a lot of them? Did I notice that earlier when I was looking around? I can't get my track R. But, here, let's use this. That's overhead light. Oh, there's trim on the floor. Alright, we'll just move that forward here again a little bit. Maybe down a little bit. Alrighty, let's do this. Oh, of course I screwed the pooch on that one. Move that forward. And down. There we go. That'll work. 346 is what we need to track, so let's see if the Class Echo can mess with the HSI here. Of course, what did I say, 346? 341. It's doing the normal honeycomb deal that was supposed to be fixed. 342 is what it is. I thought it was supposed to be fixed in update 3, but maybe it's coming in update 4. Park and brake. Alright. Flap set trim tab. That's what we were doing. Trim. Where's the indicator? There it is. That is max trim. Oh, there's the indicator. I'm like, I thought that was the end. Okay. Go just a little bit behind the end. Controls free. Yep. Do a little test. Look outside. Up, down, left, right. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I do like the animation on the gear. The wheels and everything look really good. Doors latched. They are. And locks. Air conditioner is off. Probably burning up in real life here. We're at like 500 something feet. A little twitchy on the rudder. But that's Microsoft Flight Simulator in general. Advance. Whoa. It's like jerking. That was weird. And we'll just do a lightly pull back. And mirror off. Use your Lindbergh reference, right? Gear up. So that actually works on the Bravo. Pull the flaps up. There we go. Okay. It's a really nice scene down there, huh? It's a really pretty area around Louisville. It's a beautiful area to fly in and out of. This whole area is actually really well done. So, HSI, let's see. GPS. Okay, track 186, so let's set that. It's 187. Got a bit of flying to do, so we're going to do a little climb. It's stable. It's an arrow. Nothing exciting, you know, it's not a extremely hard plane to fly. It's probably more stable than 172. Just giving it a little bit of trim, little trim skis. Like how my flight plan's not showing up on the 530 there. It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound as good as the Carinado plane. But I think that's to be. Carinado really knocked it out of the park with the sounds in that last one. All right. Imagine. Got to be somewhere, what, climb 20, 25 RPM, 2,500, or 25 inches maybe. Probably comes back to 25 as well, I'm sure. Square it up. Where's that EGT at? There it is. So lean it maybe to reach a peak. There's peak, probably right about there. Ooh, yeah. Probably somewhere in that area. Alright, fly the plane, Silver. Nav lights on. Alright, well, I'll let you see some maybe en route shots flying around the plane, and then we'll rejoin up maybe on the ground in Albany here. So. Alright guys, you join me as we start our descent. We're extremely high here. I was playing around, reading the manual. Figured out a couple things. First thing is that the little Piper deal down here, see how it says disabled? If you click on that, that's a little tricky deal to enable altitude hold on the autopilot. Another thing is my 530 is frozen on the active flight plan page. This far left rate deal, which I thought maybe had been an interior light, is actually the exterior light. I got the hiccups all of a sudden. See, now we got the nav lights going. Yeah, we're going to come right across the top of this place. It's alright, we'll swing back around because it's a cool little area to land in. Another thing is the COM button over here. That actually takes on and off the deal here, which is quite nice. So pull the power out, do a little descent. According to my class echo, because I can read the navigation stuff on there. We're 3 miles out. And that's it right in front of us, actually. If you can see right over the nose, 44 India. And that is where we're going to be dropping in at. That's my daughter coming home from school. So it looks like we want to touch down around 75 knots. As we descend, we'll slow it up to about 100 knots. Ooh, there you go. It's probably about the same place that was in the Carnado one, so I guess that's the way it might actually be. Even though I complained about the Carnado one. We're super high here. So that's okay. This is a cool little airport. We're going to come in. Yeah, we're super duper high. Where's the speed brakes? Can we slip it? Little forward slip. Hey, that one's actually not working too bad. That is not working bad at all. Alright, good job, Just Flight. It's easily the best plane to slip now. Alright, so let's slow her up. We're going to come across 100 knots, do our first stage of flaps. Let's do mixture, prop. Always keeping an eye on where we're going. Let's make sure we're on the fullest tank while we're doing our turn here. A little slow. Really slow, in fact. Alright. Took gear down. Another stage of flaps. pretty bumpy coming in over these little deals. It's a super cool airport. Like I said, 44 India. Hollow Regional in Albany. Oh, now we're a little high. It's alright. Slow her down. Go full flaps. Oh. Ooh, this seems like a rock around touchdown speed. Ooh. Ooh, it's a little squirrely. That was me coming in, though. Maybe a little squirrely, too. And, ooh, what's that squirrely rudder? Thanks, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Why is there nobody to greet me? Well, there's a dude here to park, yeah? Okay. Alright, parking brake needs to be set. Your flight is logged. Awesome. Yeah, so let's shut this thing down. Pull the instrument panel? No, it's not that breaker. Well, we haven't read the manual, so all the way through, we just kind of skimmed it. We'll just do the old school way. Just pull it out. Hey, look at that. So, yeah, it's not bad. I think it beats the Carinado plane when it comes to... We just left the flaps. Will the flaps come up? Yeah. Oh, they will. Okay. Carinado plane, in retrospect, is not as bad as I made it out to be, maybe on my first impressions video. With that being said, I think the Still is probably the better plane. It's got a lot more little details on things that you can do and can't do, which is nice. You know, all the circuit breakers, and seems to run by the numbers as far as, en route I had it at 23 or 2300 manifold and about 2300 on the prop, and we leaned it out, and everything seems to work pretty good. I think if you want something with a little bit more modern avionics with a modern autopilot, the Carinado's the way to go. If you want something a little bit more hands-on, this Aero from Just Flight is probably the better bet. I honestly expected this to trounce the Carinado one, just smash it into the dirt. And that is not actually the case here. I think the Carinado one actually puts up a bit of a flight. So there you go. That's my first impression. It's my first flight, and I'll probably be doing more, maybe a live stream next week on either this or the upcoming CRJ. But anyhow, if, hit that likes button. If it's red, that means you haven't subscribed yet. So why don't you make that gray by hitting the subscribe button. And then throw some comments down below. I always like to hear from everyone. Anyhow, this is Nick signing out. Bye.